Thank you, Mr. Akil, for that truly enriching seminar. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome on stage Mr. John Murillo, the Chief Dealing Officer at B2 Broker.
Good afternoon, everyone. John Murillo, Chief Dealing Officer at B2 Broker Group of Companies. As always, delighted to be in Dubai. I see a lot of new faces, but it's always nice to see some of those who I recognize for many years. Today, I'll be discussing the future of FX and crypto liquidity, and I'm going to give you a different perspective of how we look into it. Myself, I've been in the industry for almost 25 years, perhaps slightly older than some of you. Essentially, over the years, I started my career as an options trader. I then moved into retail brokerage, and now I'm in the institutional space. B2 Broker is a group of companies, but essentially what we do is we facilitate technology to the fintech world, primarily broker-dealers, fund managers, etc. Another vertical of ours is CFD liquidity provision, something we've been doing quite successfully over the last 10 years plus. In this spectrum, we service over 300 institutional clients worldwide. That's a significant milestone for a business, and we are delighted to continue growing with our partners throughout different geographical areas. The business, over the years, has expanded into the digital assets space as it's part of an ecosystem in which we live in. Perhaps some of you might wonder how early we got into this space. And this dates back to 2016 or so, which means we have a tremendous expertise in that field, and we will be discussing some of our solutions for all of you down the road during this presentation. First and foremost, some of the key components in modern history, I like to call it, or in modern times, for broker-dealers is choosing a platform that suits as many different target audiences as you can possibly reach out to. The trading platform is that front end that we all look at and we like it or we don't. And that's part of a retention tool that every business needs to have to cater to this audience. If you see here today, this event has multiple broker-dealers in the FX space. So companies that enter this industry, they have to have a clear path who should be your business partner and to which target audience the platform caters to. About 20 years ago, I think, without the slightest doubt, MetaQuotes had a complete dominance in the FX industry. I think we can say that over the last 2-3 years, the crypto industry has grown exponentially. And today, I'm sure many of you here present today have had the chance to try out different exchanges, different GUIs, different work experiences. And trading, therefore, has advanced into different areas. For any business, it's vital that you choose the right liquidity partner. In this business, for example, liquidity becomes one of the key components into your business success. The right partner means a multi-asset offering, a multiple jurisdiction offering, because different business in different parts of the world, they have different needs. And it comes down to jurisdictions to who they can service those customers. Who is that end user? For example, we are a liquidity provider to multiple broker-dealers around the world, and they onboard with us through different entities because they target different geographical areas. Simultaneously, a CRM is very important because that's going to be part of the experience of your clients. That's the login, sign up experience, and it all starts from there. So the components in today's world have become a lot more complex because traders are more demanding than they were 20, 30, 40 years ago. Technology is an evolution. And if your products, us as a company, if our solutions don't evolve in according to market trends, then our business partners don't have a competitive edge. I always stress the importance, especially in the broker-dealer world. A lot of guys out there need for retention, for sales teams, to have a great copy trading or social trading capability. Some solutions are being developed by many companies around the world. We've been doing it for so many years that I think we find ourselves in a privileged position. The CRM with the copy trading tool, all of it synchronized as we offer it, is probably one of the most important pieces to run a successful business. And don't forget, all those clients that are coming into your platform, if you're running a broker, will need an IB solution, an introducing broker link that they will facilitate to all their other customers so they can all benefit in the broker-dealer space. Simultaneously, today and the future of digital currencies is here. If you're running a business, a financial company, you got to keep in mind that now is the time to get into the digital asset space. It's not an option. It's not something of the past. Today is one of the most important parts to run a business. Think about how many millions of users just one exchange in the world has, Binance. They serve over around 268 million users around the world. That's just one exchange. All of these broker-dealers out here today and the broker-dealer community, collectively, they serve maybe max 40 million users. So the growth potential is tremendous, and therefore, to cater to a wider audience, you must start having the ability to offer cryptocurrencies. And that's where a business like ours, B2B and Pay, which is a crypto payment gateway, comes in and resolves that necessity that all of you will have or currently have when running a business. A lot of times, specifically, depending on the age group, people overlook at the website and the importance behind. A website today is just as important as it's ever been. Why? Because it's your image. That website will show what are the skills of that business, what are they able to service, and to what capacity you have developed. If you're running an operation, you're planning to start your own operation, this is something you got to look into. Again, obviously, PSP integrations for those who run this type of businesses are important, and the flexibility of your business partner to have multiple integrations to different services. I think today, 2025, any business out there who doesn't have a multi-offering solution starts to have a disadvantage. In today's world, or many years ago at least, having FX and precious metals was enough. Today, you must look into a multi-offering solution. It's vital for client retention, it's vital for expanding your business, and it's vital to continue that retention process successfully. There might be, I see young faces, for example. There's a lot of people who are trading nowadays crypto CFD. There is Generation XY, which is mine. We like to do more indices, traditional FX, precious metals. So a lot of data analysis will tell you that depending on the age group, there's a trading preference. Therefore, your multi-offering solution is the key to maintain a healthy business. It's no longer like back in the days where, having a few hundred financial instruments was enough. Today, customers want to see a wealth of financial products within your offering. For those of you who need to think about the future of this business, I am a firm believer I call it a single account in margin trading is crucial. A lot of guys have gone the route of taking 5, 6, 7 different LPs. They do aggregation, but they forget the essence behind. If someone is aggregating liquidity without a PB, without actually being a prime of prime, you're going to run into the complexity that some of your customers will be trading gold, for example, with one LP, and they're long in there. But then when the other traders come in to close that position, or they take a different direction, that position may end up with another liquidity provider, which means as a business, you will pay margin twice, you will pay commission twice, and you will pay that spread twice. So the assumption that aggregation with single direct relationships with LPs does not work unless you aggregate through a PB. And obviously getting a PB is a very significant challenge. We at B2Broker, obviously, we've been focusing on this over the years. The capital efficiency is the key in today's world. You live in a world where traders are fast in activating their accounts. They want to get market access immediately. And if you don't have the capital efficiency, you need to be over-collateralized among all different venues. So this is a key point I emphasize to many of our business partners, because the assumption that having multiple LPs is better is not necessarily always the case. And don't forget, every LP out there most likely will have a monthly minimum requirement, which increases your operational cost. And if that's the case, it means you will have to generate more revenue through basically you're passing all that expense to your end user, which makes you less competitive. I think one of the key points in today's era, where we have AI, where we have so many different tools, is the fact that the quality of execution has never been so important as it is today. For those of you who trade frequently, the experience into profitability a lot of times will depend on how fast your broker-dealer can execute your order. And for those of you who run broker-dealer models, how fast can your LP execute that order? And what it means is we use some of the best technology out there to connect and distribute that liquidity so that your trading experience is truly to the best within this industry. And I think this is where clients today demand fast execution, a high level of fill rates. And for those of you who are not familiar with what is a fill rate, it means how many times an order will be filled within a day's trading session. I believe we are one of the companies with one of the highest fill rates due to the fact that we have a lot of conversations with our banks. We have a lot of discussions with our business partners to understand your needs in order to improve the efficiency of that execution. The more of a dialogue there is between the broker and the liquidity provider and the banks, the better the experience for all within the chain. We came here to discuss the future of crypto, liquidity, and Forex. One thing I would like to emphasize in this discussion, this is something very important. We all come from an era from payment options where EMIs, banks, traditional SWIFT, SEPA transfers, wire transfers were the thing of day to day. And I'm sure most of you have done transactions on your credit card, and that's how you funded your trading accounts and so on. Guys, we are in a digital era. We have reached the stage where traditional banking will always be there, but there are other methods in which businesses may adapt to service, especially young generations, and what I call the new world. This is it. It's here. The digital currencies world has arrived, and we're all making use of it. We are very fortunate to live in a country where, I live in Dubai, to be clear. We're very fortunate to live in a country where crypto is, this is a nation that is crypto friendly, let's say. And crypto is not something that scares anyone. On the contrary, it's embraced, it's understood. It's actually where we're heading to some degree. We strongly advise customers who run businesses to utilize crypto as a new form of payment. We're not saying that you got to change your entire business models, but this is a way to attract new clients. And if you're running a business, like as I said before many times, a broker-dealer has to be able to get those deposits in order to then activate the trading activity of their clients and monetize on that business. Unfortunately, we're running out of time, so I'm going to be doing this very quickly. Remember, today, the user engagement in crypto is the highest it's ever been. In the financial markets, it's probably the highest of all, along with some messaging and social media stuff. By the way, this presentation will be made available for everyone on our website, so you can actually listen to it or watch it at your own discretion. Our business, B2B and Pay, and that's what I'm trying to say about crypto, it can service anybody's business. Whether you're seeking to receive crypto and convert that into a fiat currency of your choice, or you wish to receive crypto and hold on to it, we believe that this is a solution. We're regulated business, we have years of experience, and I think the expertise is what is going to come down to service your operations. One more thing, if you're planning to do crypto, I strongly advise compliance. You need to have very strong KYC, KYT processes in place. The crypto we remember 7, 10 years ago is no longer the same. And yes, to some degree, you may not want to agree with what I'm about to say, but the original concept has changed. We're moving to a more regulated environment. And that regulation is what gives us a lot of opportunities going forward. Again, time has ended, so this is who we are. We're a liquidity provider. We're a crypto processing solution through one of our businesses called B2B and Pay. We are also a major player in the CFD liquidity provision for those broker-dealers out here, fund managers, etc. We can facilitate that service quite successfully. And thank you for your time. Unfortunately, there was not enough for today. Thank you.